Hey mom, today I rented a motorbike and drove up to Mon Jam, a mountain farming community about an hour outside of Chiang Mai that sits high above the city and functions as both an agricultural hub and a growing tourist destination. Mon Jam is known today for its viewpoints, cafes, accommodations, flower fields, and fruit patches, but those features are secondary to its original purpose. The area became part of the Nong Hoi Royal Project in the 1970s, an initiative aimed at improving the livelihoods of hill tribe communities through sustainable agriculture suited to the local environment. Being there made it clear that Mon Jam is not simply a scenic stop on a travel itinerary, but a place shaped intentionally through long-term planning, adaptation, and a respect for the land. Before the Royal Project, many communities in this region struggled with unreliable income and farming methods that were poorly aligned with the mountain climate. The solution wasn't modernization for its own sake or forcing people into new industries. Instead, the focus was on understanding what the land could realistically support. Because of the cooler temperatures and elevation, Mon Jam was well suited for crops that could not be grown easily in the lowlands. Villagers were taught how to grow herbs, strawberries, coffee, oranges, vegetables, and other cool climate crops that offered higher value and more stability. Standing among those same fields today, it's easy to overlook how significant that shift was and how much learning it required over time. What stood out most was how adaptability became the foundation of Mon Jam's development. Rather than clinging to traditional practices that produce limited results, the community learned to adjust based on observation and outcomes. Farming methods changed, crops diversified, and techniques improved gradually. This wasn't a single transformation, but a series of small practical decisions made over decades. That adaptability is still visible now, not just in agriculture, but in how the community supports tourism without abandoning its original agricultural base. Mon Jam's growth also demonstrates how development can be productive without being destructive. The land is clearly used, but it's not exhausted. Farms follow the natural shape of the mountain, and businesses are built around what already exists rather than replacing it. Coffee shops and accommodations benefit from the surrounding farms, and the farms benefit from the additional income tourism brings. The result is a system where different uses of the land reinforce each other instead of competing. This challenges the idea that development always requires sacrificing the environment for economic gain. The motorbike ride itself reinforced these lessons. The winding roads and distance from the city highlight how isolated these communities once were and how easy it would have been to ignore them. The success of Mon Jam required leadership willing to invest in long-term outcomes rather than quick returns. The Royal Project didn't aim to create a tourist destination, yet tourism emerged naturally once the community became stable and productive. That order matters. Economic growth came from strengthening the foundation first, not from chasing visibility or profit. And decades later, the results are still functioning. Experiencing Mon Jam in person turned abstract ideas about sustainability and development into something tangible. It showed that when growth is guided by respect for local conditions and a willingness to adapt, it can endure long after the original plan is put into motion. I ate some shrimp pad thai on the side of a mountain, and that was it for my day. Okay, love you. Bye.